Hello again. Two Huey helicopters have been deployed to help fight raging fires in Gqeberha in the Eastern Cape province. They have dropped over 1,000 litres of water and foam. The fire department has asked for help, and that was around midnight last night. My colleague, reporter Ronald Masinda, is on the ground to bring us the latest. Good afternoon, Ronald. Just a short while ago, I was speaking to Dr. Imtiaz Suleiman of Gift of the Givers, and they were sharing with our viewers what kind of support they, as an NGO, have been giving. But the fires are pretty much still raging. We can see there where you are. It's also windy, which will not help the firefighters. What's the latest?
Well, good afternoon, Bratan. Well, the fire is still raging. In fact, it has made its way near the N2, near Baywest Mall, just a few meters from it, actually. And firefighters have had their work cut out because this fire has been difficult to extinguish due to the strong winds that we are experiencing today. What we do know as well is that we saw two choppers not too far from here. These choppers were carrying water bombs, water that the choppers were getting from the sea. In the far background, there's actually one chopper flying just over the mall, but that is some of the scenes that we are seeing. Very strong winds, strong smoke coming through. Traffic has also been diverted in different directions. Traffic officers also have had their work cut out trying to negotiate with motorists. Many motorists are disgruntled that they have been told to use other directions to drive in terms of where they are going. But as far as we understand at this stage is that the kind of damage that this fire has caused so far is that one property or house in the suburb has been gutted, while another has been partially suffered from the fire, and this happened in the Beach View area. We understand that there are no injuries or fatalities recorded since this fire started early yesterday. But what we also understand is the concerns raised by authorities here, with a lot of the fire happening in areas where there's a lot of bushes near farms, especially. Farmers are also expected to suffer from what is taking place. But the wind is strong, and it's making things very difficult for this fire to be put out.
Yeah, and they need more firefighters. We can see that raging fire. Then people have been taken to safety as well. But what is the latest in terms of the community and the measures that might be taken by that shopping center you said is not far away on that N2 highway?
Okay, so what we got from some of the community members, others are reluctant to speak on camera, but they are very devastated as to what took place. In some parts of the metro, we understand that there are suburbs which are close to informal settlements. There are concerns with informal settlements is that if this fire rages on and catches some of the structures where people live, it could exacerbate the fire and see it spread throughout some of the suburbs that are nearby these informal settlements. But we do know that the Gift of the Givers is also providing relief in terms of also providing food. There's shelter for people who are also reluctant to move away from informal settlements where this fire apparently started. But we also spoke to a pilot when we got a bird's eye view in one of the aircrafts that were in, and he sort of explained as to how difficult it will be to put out this fire given the current weather conditions that we are experiencing here in Gqeberha. This is what he had to say earlier.
The problem with a fire, we can put it out, but we need people on the ground that can actually do, we call it mop up, that small little flame that just needs to be put out completely. Without the mop up, it's always a problem because that small little flame just adds a new fire. So that's why we've been battling to get all the spots out.
Well, Ronald, before I let you go, I mean, one of the challenges we understand, besides the wind that's blowing current in and around Gqeberha, is a lack of water. I mean, we know that Gqeberha has been battling with drought for quite some time. How are the firefighters coping? I mean, are they able to pick up water from the sea?
Yeah, so fortunately what we've seen from the two choppers that have been dispatching water, they've been getting it from the sea. We do know that this is a drought-stricken area. Yesterday, in fact, Bradan, we met with the Mayor, Ratief Oorendal, talking about some of the contingency plans that they want to put in place, but also going on to further warning residents to use water sparingly. Water here has been overused in Gqeberha, where people have been allocated around 50 liters of water per person per day, and we are being told by authorities that they've been exceeding this for several weeks and months now. And the concerns are, with the festive season fast approaching, with many visitors coming to areas such as Gqeberha, we'll see more people using water, people using water for swimming pools, and businesses using water much more. And the concern is, however, that also the dam levels are very low. Dam levels have been below 20% here in Gqeberha for the past 3 years. The main dam, the dam levels there at Mpofu Dam are around 8%, Bradan. So those are the concerns also connected to what we are seeing today in trying to put this fire out.
Thank you very much, Ronald Masinda. Do take care. We'll touch base with you a little bit later on. That's senior reporter Ronald Masinda in Gqeberha, where fire is still raging. And now it's along the N2 highway near one of the shopping centers in that Eastern Cape city.